I gotta do some sharing. Hi guys, welcome. Hi guys. Hi from Texas. How's everybody doing? To share this to the page. Yeah, I lightened it. Yvonne made me. Just kidding.
That's right, just kidding.
Just gonna blame Yvonne. Yvonne made me. She strapped me down. Had my hair turned blonde. She said no more dark.
No more dark.
Why isn't this working? That's annoying. Yvonne, I need another layer.
Do you want me to try it? Let me see. It worked before.
I know, it's just not from now. I probably should get my glasses. I can't see.
Oh, welcome. Okay, here.
I have layers in there, in that drawer. Let me grab my glasses. Thanks, guys. So we have a lot to talk about tonight. Yeah, that was fun for us, Donna Jean. It's a little awkward because we don't really talk too much when we're doing shipments, but yeah. Hello. Oh, you know what? You guys could probably hear me better now. Okay. First things first. I'll wait until some of you come on. I am going to actually I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Can I edit this? Is there a way to edit this? Edit post. Title. Okay. How do I save? Oh, there. I save it that way. Okay. So the first thing I want to go over is the Super Bowl. I talked to my students in the Soul Goddess class about it. I have a lot of questions here that people want me to answer. Okay. First things first. Who watched the Super Bowl halftime? You guys can do like thumbs up, smiley faces. Thanks, Christy. She called me nerdy.
Because your glasses.
My glasses are nerdy. Okay. If you happen to watch it, you're going to want to sage the crap out of your house. So, I wouldn't suggest watching it, but okay, we're going to go over some stuff that's this year was blatantly in your face occult ritual in plain sight. I'm going to go over how sickening it ended up being. I am appalled by it, actually. I know everybody's like, oh, it's so empowering. It was so empowering. And that's great to be empowered. But how they went about doing the empowerment has me disturbed. All right, so first things first. You see, let me see. Shakira was dressed all in red, okay? The first thing that popped out at me with everything being bathed in red is a representation of a sacrifice. And if anybody who watched The Matrix, this is a representation of the woman within The Matrix. Being a distraction within the Matrix, Earth being a huge matrix going on, but it's a way to dumb down the society, making them stupid. Then we go into a Led Zeppelin music, quick clip of Led Zeppelin, and Led Zeppelin, actually, I don't know if you guys know too much about the band Led Zeppelin, but they are known for occult rituals, doing satanic clippings within their music. And Jimmy Page, the person that's actually in the band, bought Aleister Crowley's house. And if you guys know who Aleister Crowley is, he was the head honcho of a satanic assault. Like, he wrote the satanic Bible, basically. So they opened with that clip. Okay. Shakira with her special rope. If you guys remember her, she had that rope. And you're probably sitting there going, what the hell's with the rope? What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Okay, and you'd be right. The rope is a symbol of binding. It's a Wiccan occult, not Wiccan so much, but an occult, the tying of a spell, the binding of a spell, the binding of a power until you release it. And Shakira, in this sense, binds herself and then gives a seductive look to the camera. Now, as she's doing this, she is in hellfire, as I like to put it, in the middle of fire, which is the representation of satanic. Obviously, you guys know that. And she's all dressed in red. Fires are blazing, and she's got this rope bind around her. Okay. Okay, so moving on. The rope within the Freemasons, or what we like to refer to as the Illuminati, has this rope symbolism on all of their things, even their stationery paper. This is the part where I'm kind of disgusted, because you guys know my connection to Jesus. And I horribly, immediately thought, as soon as I saw it, was, my God, they're mocking Jesus. And it even gets better. If that's not mocking Jesus, I don't know what is, guys. The rays of light are referred to. Here, let me put this down a minute here. Lucifer is referred to as the light bearer, or the rays of light. So you're going to see a lot of these rays of light coming out. during the halftime to represent the light bearer, which is Lucifer, and then Satan coming to awaken the world. This is their belief that Satan is on his way to awaken the world. It's basically an occult ritual on stage. Okay, now, also within the Freemasons, you're going to see a lot of these checkered boards and these pillars, okay? Checkerboards and pillars. Checkerboards and pillars. This is all of their stuff. And what do we got here? Checkered board, black and white, and a pillar. 2 pillars, and the symbol of the Illuminati, okay? There's that. I'm going to come back to this black and white one here in a minute. Next, I can keep going. The broken up glass, okay, that she wore. It's a broken up, shattered glass pieces, okay? This is for the occult Illuminati. This is a symbol of the broken minds of Americans and the manipulation of the mind of the humans on Earth. And not only that, her outfit, I don't think I even need to go into it. It's pretty much enough said, okay? We're going to get to the kids in cages next, okay? They're getting very blatant with their symbolism. This is straight symbolism, guys. They're not doing the halftime for you guys. They're doing it for themselves. Okay, this is probably the most disgusting one of all. All right, so you guys remember J-Lo on the pole. Everything's pink, lit up. Okay, now, let me get to that. The black and white dancers, let me go back to that. The esoteric belief, as above, so below. That's the Freemasons kind of logo. As above, so below, which means you can do good and you can do bad. Whatever you want to do it the way you want. And, okay. This is a way for them to get a hold of the masses in amounts, in great amounts, okay? And this is where I'm gonna let me go back to that. I have all my notes out here, guys. Hold on. The broken glass being the broken America and the world communities as they go through the mind and manipulate the mind and use mind control. Then you see the floor beneath her breaks open, which is the occult's way of showing hell opening up in the middle of this occult, letting Lucifer out among the masses. So now you've got attachments, you've got, and I guarantee half the people that attended this event, literally physically being there, most likely will have some issues coming up here in the future. Okay, I lost my note on that one thing. Hold on a minute. Okay. So this symbolism here, when she's on this pole, everything's lit up pink. Does this remind you of anything, guys? Does this thing remind you of anything? How about this? Remind you of anything? Kind of sick, right? This is the One World Trade Center reproductive health. Basically the law that passed to allow abortions to be done up until birth. The acceptance of killing a child up until birth. Okay, so I'm gonna show it to you again. That's that, okay? And Doesn't get any more blatant than that. Okay, and hold on, gets better. Okay? I mean, right down to, if you guys see here, the windows on the building. See the windows on the building? Windows on the building. Yeah. Okay? A little sick. I was very disturbed to see that going on. Then we move on to the kids in cages, okay? We went from the abortion to the women's right to cage the children satanically and keep them from coming to earth and doing their godly will of learning. A satanic ritual of causing children to be caged in and not being able to fulfill their soul mission. Next, the black and white. This is a symbolism not only for abortion, it's also a symbolism of priests caging child innocence by doing what they did. Maria also showed me this being of a sexual trafficking. So this is the kids being caged in by sexual trafficking. It's on multiple levels. The caging of the children is on multiple levels. And again, going back to the abortion. But Maria says it on multiple levels. To me, she says that the caging of the kids is the priests doing what they wanted to them, the occult putting them into sex trafficking, again, feeding off of the dopamine levels of the children. This race that is the head of the Illuminati, which you guys will never ever see them, is huge in gaining dopamine levels from children's fear. Also, if you guys notice during the halftime, they seem to always be in a pyramid, and either Shakira or J-Lo is in front of the pyramid. Okay, that's also a symbol of we are the Illuminati, and we're doing this blatantly in your face, and you're too dumb to notice. And we can continue to alter Earth the way we want it. They're getting very blatant and frankly very stupid, but their goal with the whole Jesus on the cross is to destroy what he came here to do. His goal was to show you what your worth was. Their goal is to cage you and make you feel stupid. Yeah, New York is going to be the centerfold of a lot of dark things going on, because I believe a lot of the Freemasons are stationed there because that state is very susceptible to materialistic stuff, egotistical stuff. So they're very weak in those senses. So it's very easy to grab hold of some of those people, especially the celebrities, because they're so warped with money. I believe some of them do, and I believe some of them don't. I don't know. From what I gather from Maria, some of them do and some of them don't. Yes, they're one and the same, Sharon. And that's the beautiful thing, Sherilyn, is that people are waking up. And that's God's way of taking back what is his. Yeah, I think this is why Maria wanted me to talk about it, because I think people are suddenly starting to wake up to the halftime show. I can't remember who did it last time. Was it Justin Bieber did the broken glass? It was people were doing glass pieces like this, and there was a camera above showing the glass pieces broken. Like, they're repeating symbols, but I mean, it's all the same message. I believe yes, because why? I think if I was Shakira, I'd be like, why am I doing the rope again? I don't get the rope. What's the rope again? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because that was so out of content.
And then when she went up to the camera and did that tongue thing, that's an occult thing. That's their symbolism of the devil, basically. Like, I'm trying to think of the right word for it. Yeah, it was just random. She just went up to the camera and was like, blah, 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 blah. Like, and I'm just sitting there going, there's something in you and you need to go get exercise. Like, I was like,
It's not needed, let's put it that way. But that's not.
Sorry, guys, I kicked the camera. So what I told my students was, if you guys do watch it, please sage the crap out of your house. We've been saging the crap out of the shop because I watched it here. But yeah, the pillars at the end, when they're going up on the pillars, I'll show that to you again. The pillars, if you guys see the pillars right here, and they're up on an altar, because this is an occult ritual, and they're putting their two top leaders of the ritual on the altar for presentation and saying, okay, we're done with our ritual now that you guys all got sucked into. And again, going back to the Freemasons, there's the twin towers or the twin altars, and again, twin altars. That is their logo, is the checkered boards, twin altars, and the rope. I would always sage your house. That's not even a question. You need to always sage your house. Always, always, always. All right. Next. Lisa Jones Veritech asks, when will the killing of all the animals, even the ones that are secretly being done, end? Well, I can't give a... It's kind of hard to give a date on that. It's not really something I can do. Okay, Tammy asks, here in Arizona, actually in the area of Heber, Arizona, I think I'm saying that right, there has been someone that has been killing the wild horses, then run free in that mountain area. This has been going on for some time. It has been a brutal and horrible act of just hatred. This to me is a ritual. That's a ritual. They pick one animal. It has to do with something with the blood, something with the horse's blood. Yeah. Okay. Are some of our autoimmune brought upon by past lives? I'm guessing you're asking about sicknesses, and some of it can be that, or some of it can be something that you asked for, something you wanted to learn from. Okay. Nicole asks, the last prediction video, Christina had mentioned these beings that kidnap kids and then make them afraid and feed off their fear. There's a movie called Dr. Sleep, a recent movie. In the movie, there are beings that feed off the fear of children who have gifts. Is that same beings Christina talking about in real life? I've never seen this movie, so I can't correlate the two together. So that might be something we can come back to. Aliens in the Bible, did they ever misinterpret encounters, like assume they were being visited by angels, but they were actually visited by aliens? Well, they technically referred to them as gods and goddesses. And Maria says no, they knew what they were dealing with. It was whoever rewrote the Bible that misinterpreted it. Aliens, what is the Ark of Covenant? she just keeps putting aliens. I think these are just questions about aliens. What is the Ark of the Covenant? What does it contain, and will it be found in this lifetime? It will not be found. Unless I want it to be found. The Ark of the Covenant is my bloodline. And no, I am not ready for it to be found. Did aliens ever come to Earth to find gold? If they needed it for their home and it was a mineral that they needed, then yes, they would come to Earth for that. What was the meaning behind animal-human hybrid carvings in Egypt? It's a symbolism that humans can, well, souls can become animal or they can become human because they are both in one. They both have the same soul path of learning. It doesn't matter which path you go, you're still learning. How many times was Earth wiped out from all living creatures from disasters to start anew? How many times was Earth wiped out from all living creatures? My nose is ready. Is that the show that you made me watch? Is it called The Curse of the Oak Island?
Curse of Oak Island.
Curse of Oak Island. Yvonne showed it to me. And I did agree to talk to the guys only because they seemed, well, good-willed and good-hearted towards what they were doing. But they would be very controlled, and I don't want what is there, which is my bloodline, to get in the wrong hands, and it will. So, all right. Let's see. Why is everyone sick right now? We were just talking about that. Okay, the DNA of the humans right now is being altered and adjusted, which is why everybody's getting sick and why viruses are happening all of a sudden. The ones that are starting to awaken are getting sick. My sickness is a little different. I'm dealing with a lot of animal hair, which is getting caught into my lungs, and it's causing a lot of issues. Hi, Jilly. They remind me of a filter. Which filter? You have to take a picture with the filter. The DNA is being altered, and if you notice the people around you, have you been noticing them becoming more aware, adjusting their thought process and things like religion and things like that? Hi, Karen. Elderberry is going to be the biggest core fighter of what's going on, and also vitamin C. I've been popping gummy bears like it's candy. Yeah, vitamin C gummy bears and the elderberry gummies. I just every morning I'm like, yummy. I don't care, it's yummy. So What did the Indians mean with their story that thousands of years old of floating cities that seemed to be made of metal, going to war and fight, fire was raining from the sky? What were they trying to describe? An alien catastrophe is basically what it was. Earth is protected by 5 races. One race tried to come and take over. The 5 races that are the councilmen that watch over Earth fought back to protect Earth, and that's what happened. And they won. And we're still here. If they didn't win, we wouldn't be here. Just, that's how it goes. How did Noah collect all the animals and insects of the world? Was it a DNA bank? Maria said, don't downgrade God's possibilities. Okay, she's giving me actually, I'm going to use that little boy as an example. I'm not going to give a name. There's a little boy that comes in now. He said he's been drawn. Well, I guess he's been drawn. I'm getting the sense he's been drawn. He says he feels comfortable when he's in the shop. She said it's like that. It's a mechanism that goes off into the mind of the spirit of the animal to go in a certain direction. And the direction they were told to go was there. Bottom line. Don't downgrade God's possibility. All right. What are the Dead Sea Scrolls? They are the true words of the apostles. What's the reason Noah was chosen for the ark? Was Noah human? Noah was not human. He had capabilities far beyond his own relatives. Okay, it's like, okay, let's say I didn't walk in and I'm still Christina and I had all these abilities, but none of my family has them. It's kind of like that. He had special abilities. He was chosen. Maria just said Trump. He's an anointed one, just like Noah was. Is the Bermuda Triangle a portal? If so, where does it go? It goes to multiple places. Below the Bermuda Triangle is actually a pyramid, a huge pyramid. It could raise out from under the water, and it's iridescent, so you're not going to really see it. It has to be like it can show itself in the human form, like it could like somebody that's awakened to the other side and understands that this is a matrix and it's not real, can see it. So like if I went swimming, I could probably point it out to you. And that has a lot to do with it because that pyramid, it has a high frequency to it, so it's messing stuff up. But yes, there's multiple portals that open and close around the Bermuda Triangle, and there is a race right below the Bermuda Triangle that also affects that area. So there's a lot going on there. Yeah, that pyramid's pretty cool, but it only opens its, I don't want to put this, its energy field to a specific or specifics of an alien race that need to go there. So, okay. I wrote peanuts up there.
What?
To remind me to get peanuts. Explain soulmates. Is it a person here on Earth with us, or are they waiting on the other side? No. Soulmates are people that you've had past lives with. If you ever got in contact with somebody and you said, they feel really familiar to me, or you feel like you've known them for a really long time, which pointing to this one over here. Yeah. We've had many lives together, and people ask us like, how did you guys find each other? Or like if we're in a grocery store, they'll go, oh, is this your mom? Like,
all the time. All the time.
Okay, so soulmates are just anybody. They can be anybody from your daughter to your dad to your best friend to your uncle to your coworker. Twin flame is different. This is a other half of your soul. It's basically taking one soul and cutting it in half. Same soul, just male and female energy versions of that soul. So it's a other half of you. Okay. Soul tribe, soulmates. I love it. Okay. A lot of people have been wanting me to talk about the RH negative blood. There's like 3 people on here that asked me about the same thing. Maria refers to this blood as the Eden, the blood of Eden. This is a race that, and I've talked about the planet of Eden several times. Let me, hold on. Jill, are you talking about Jamie? Because I would have to get with you like on a more intimate. I could figure out what's actually going on. And I wouldn't look for your twin flame, because twin flames only tend to come into a life unless there's a specific mission that needs to be done. And most of the time, they don't end up together. There's a reason why one or the other is married. It's because you're not meant to be together in that way. Let's see. Okay. The planet Jupiter and Saturn, there was a planet between the two. That's why there's a huge gap between the two. And Saturn's rocks and things picked up parts of this planet in its circular motion, okay? But the planet of Eden was between it was there's a huge gap between these two. If you guys, go back and kind of look over your stuff, there's a huge gap, almost like there's a planet missing from this area, okay? And Maria says, if you can look up the sounds of Jupiter, hold on, I'm going to look it up. The sounds of Jupiter actually hold the energy sounds of the planet of Earth, or planet of Eden. Sounds of Jupiter. Here we go. It almost calls to you, because it's a reminder that, a good portion of you guys came from Eden. Your bloodline came from Eden. So when you listen to it, it's almost like a pull to you. Because Jupiter ended up taking on the energy of that planet when it was, in so many words, destroyed. And then, and then Saturn picked up the pieces of the broken planet. So it was almost like it wasn't a total loss of that planet. That, Jupiter and Saturn were kind of like, we got you, buddy. We know you're sick. I'll take care of this and he'll take care of that. Like, it's, you know what I mean? It's kind of cool how they came together and collected that stuff. But yes, let me explain how that works. So, Jill, you're a female. Jamie's a female, but Jamie possesses a male energy. And this is where people are getting wrong with the whole gay aspect of things. What we have is souls that are taking on a male or female version of learning. And when they go back to heaven, they possess more of a different energy. Like when I go back to heaven, I'm more of a male than I am a female. You won't catch me wearing dresses. I can't stand them. So That's how that works. So it doesn't matter what the physical body has. The soul beneath it is what you should be more concerned with. So, okay, so I answered that. Atlantis was very real. Somebody asked, was Atlantis real? What happened and will we ever find it? It is heavily guarded, heavily protected. You will not be able to see it. It is very close to the pyramids. And yes, it was very real. And actually a lot of you have come back from that life and are living this life now. So if you're very drawn to Atlantis, there's a reason why. Okay. I'm starting to get a headache. I thought I took something. I have like a bad tape, you know. I know what it is.
I don't want to scare you.
Ah, it's late. It's alright. Alright. Yeah, we won't be staying long if that's gonna do that. Okay, guys, so we're getting a lot of snow. We're not gonna stay on too long. But I know why my head hurts and why I'm tasting gasoline right now.
I know.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
it's almost like he like knew. Dude, okay.
Because I'm sitting here looking out the window for the past 10 minutes. I'm like, should I tell him?
Oh god, that is a nasty. That's okay.
So maybe you can get through your questions anyway. And then I know you can't control it, but
Oh my god, do you have any gum or something?
yeah, downstairs. Hold on.
Oh my god, that is really bad.
Hold on. Let me go get some.
Deborah, you'll be more prone to do more manly things than female things, so you won't be as girly. Karen, I don't give names. That's why I have the meditation on my website, the divinemedium.com, DIVINE. All I taste is gasoline.
As soon as you said that, I knew it was going on.
Thank you. What is it, gum? Oh, that is nasty tasting.
Well, it's not something you normally drink every day. Like being ingested.
Ugh, gross.
Did you want to get the soda now?
Yeah. Ugh. It won't go away. Not even with the gum.
It's not going to until you do.
Freddie, it's my bloodline that's on Oak Island. And like I told my students last night, they're going to keep dying. If they keep trying to dig for it, you will never find it. And they need to give up the search because I'm not giving it up and neither are my people. Okay. We have paper. You know what? Hold on.
Oh, look.
I got one.
Want this?
Oh yeah. Let me put this away. He's gonna wear the crap out of me. I can feel it already.
Let's see later.
Okay, he's talking about something. I don't know if you guys are getting wind of him. There's news coming out that he raped someone. He's admitting to this, and the reason why everybody's suddenly talking about it now is because he's going through his life review of that moment. It's something he's always regretted. He said he felt peer pressure in doing it. He didn't want to do it. But he keeps reliving that moment because he is trying to learn why he would allow it. I keep hearing yelling and somebody going, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Is there a door to the... Was this a small airplane?
It was a helicopter.
But
Yes.
our helicopters don't hold more than 4 people.
Well, there's different sizes.
Is there a
This is a bigger one.
is there a cockpit to it?
Yeah,
I mean, is there a door to the cockpit?
Most of them, yes. Depends on the helicopter, how it's made and what type it is. There's so many variations.
Because
on it.
I keep hearing somebody. I keep hearing screaming. I hear a guy getting up from the right hand side, and he's yelling, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And then a door slams or a door shuts. Because I keep hearing pounding from a door, some kind of door or compartment. Okay, I heard somebody say, "Dad, what's happening? What's going on?" I can see a mountain or something coming close by on the right-hand side of the window. Now I can't breathe. I don't know why that is. What is it possible that air can be pulled out?
It might have impacted already.
No, this is before they hit ground. I feel like the air is being sucked out. Like I can't breathe. Like I'm yelling, I can't. I'm in the back on the left, and I'm saying I can't breathe. So somebody in the back and the left can't breathe.
Maybe it was hyperventilation. What's happening? Maybe they couldn't breathe. Health condition.
There's a mountain on the right, and I keep seeing a green mountain. So there's grass to it. Jill said pressure. That might be something I need to look into.
Well, you don't usually have that in a helicopter because you don't go high enough for pressure. Right?
Something was... I feel like something was broke loose or something got loose, and now the air is being compacted and I can't breathe. Like my chest hurts, I can't breathe.
So something mechanically
Broke loose. Which goes back to can't breathe.
I wish Brandon was here.
Yeah, I don't know anything about helicopters.
No, Brandon could tell you everything.
Cockpit door, possibly.
I wish he was here. We can ask him later.
I know he kept trying to tell her everything's gonna be okay, everything's gonna be okay, everything's gonna be fine. Almost like he knew they were going to die, but it would be fast and everything will be alright. Like he was, in that sense, trying to comfort her.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this was malicious. This was done on purpose. And I feel like somebody's lying. That's why they can't find answers. Somebody's lying. Someone's hiding, he said. I didn't know who he was until he showed up in my bedroom.
Yeah, no clue.
clue who he was. I don't watch sports. I still to this day don't even know what he does. Oh, never mind.
We just told you.
Yeah.
I was gonna tell you, but I sort of figured you
Was
would.
it basketball?
Yeah.
Okay, because I didn't see a football. Like I didn't
Yeah,
see
you
a
saw
elongated ball. I saw.
That's why I didn't say. I was on time. He's on time.
You know, Christina did basketball for a while. I still don't understand why he came to me. I don't even know him. Never even heard of him. And he just was in my bedroom, hanging out, talking to me. He goes, I was really hurt. And I go, oh, okay. Do you want to tell me what happened? I'm watching TV. This guy pops up to the left of my TV screen. Can I help you? He goes, I was really hurt. Okay. You want to tell me what happened? We went down a hill in a car. He goes, no, a plane. Okay. Who's we? He goes, me and my confidants. Or me and my, how do you put that? Me and my companions, me and my confidants, something like that. It was something with a C. I said, okay. Do you want me to get a message? I was literally going to go on Facebook and be like, there's this African-American male, roughly 40s, maybe? I suck at age. And I was going to say, he went down in a plane. Anybody know? You know how I do that sometimes?
Yes.
Like, I'll get somebody in my bedroom. And
Right. And you're just there.
And then he started flashing the TV at me. And on the TV was his face. And I'm like, okay, I had to step back and I'm like, okay, I need a minute here. Why is he doing that? Is he telling me there's a message on the TV? He just kept showing me like bits and pieces of him on the TV. And then there's the one picture, he was in a suit. It looked like a suit. He was shaking somebody's hand and I'm like, wait a minute. Are you well known? Like on TV? And he said, yes, very well known. Okay. I felt so embarrassed that I didn't know. Because usually I know him. You know what I mean? Prince showed up one time. Michael Jackson
With
showed up.
what he did, you wouldn't because you don't follow them. So if you don't
I don't
follow
follow sports.
them,
I hate sports.
exactly.
No offense, guys. I hate sports. I think it makes, no offense, again, I think it makes people stupid. I really do. I feel like it dumbs you down. And it keeps you distracted from things you could be really learning from. So this kind of went on for like 15 minutes, me trying to figure out who the hell he was. And I'm like, okay, well, do you have a message? And he said, tell them I'll be back. Okay. And what I got with that was, I'm going to reincarnate very quickly, is what I got. Not in the same kind of life, but I think whoever this is going to, like, whoever the human form of him is going to be, he'll be back in the spotlight somehow. To change things is what I got from him. I'm coming back to change things. So I said, okay, anybody particular? And he kept going to the TV. So I'm like, okay, so your fans, your followers. Okay. So he left. I still don't fucking know who he is. And I was starting to get ready to type the post up. And as I'm typing the post up, I get instant messenger popped up. Like I get those notifications on the top. And it said, did you hear about Kobe Bryant? I'm like, okay, why do I feel like this is something I need to read? So I pressed on it and his face popped up with his name. Like it was like an article or something. Oh my God, that was the guy in my room. So I click it, I read it, I'm like, oh dear God. All right, well, I guess this is where this is going. So I pulled him back in, I go, I figured out who you are. He goes, took you long enough. I was like, okay, dude, relax. He was joking with me. He's kind of funny, actually. Like, he was cracking me up. He goes, I was surprised you didn't know at first. I go, I'm not really into sports. I don't know what to tell you. And I go, it was probably fun, but I'm just not into it. And he goes, yeah, they told me you weren't. And I go, so why are you coming to me? I don't get what you're doing here. And he goes, they told me I can trust you with what I need to do. And I said, all right. He goes, he said, you're one that, how do you put that? You're one that understands what's going on here. And immediately I got the Illuminati crap going on. And I said, so someone had a contract on you, or like somebody was paid off, something happened to the plane and you shouldn't have taken that plane. And he's like, yeah. And he said, I'm in a state of accepting it, but I want to come back and change it. And I said, well, that's your free will. God gives you that free will to do that. And he said, it's wrong what they're doing, and we have to change it. And I said, well, there's a lot of us here trying to do that. And he said, well, I told them I want to be a part of it. And I said, where's your daughter right now? And he said, oh, she's learning. She's at one of the, we call them lectures. So she's off learning. And I said, is she doing better? And he said, it happened so fast. We were there in the plane 1 minute and here the next. So they took us quicker. And I said, okay. And I said, was it because she was spazzing? And he said, yeah, I tried to keep her calm, but she was spazzing. So they took them faster than... They have a special contract bond between them two. And what I gathered was they were husband and wife at one point.
Wow.
Like they've had many lives together.
Many lives together.
And she's actually the reason that he feels so regretful over what he did during the rape. It was like a constant reminder that somebody could have did that to her. So he's still going through that learning process, but it's almost like he's like ready to come back already. I'm like, okay, take your time digressing what you did here first. But yeah, I find it very interesting that this happened right before the Super Bowl. Like that just reminded me, Tina just reminded me of that. And all the symbolism that it was blatantly like, we can take out anybody we want. You aren't going to stop us and you're too dumb to even try. That's what I get from them. It's disgusting. And for anybody to allow an abortion law like that to go into effect, there's something wrong with them. Hey, it stops now. Well, sort of.
He comes and goes.
I think he was just trying to tell me a joke there, but I'm not getting it. Yeah, he shows me being in the plane. I hear a lot of commotion. I hear a lot of wind. So something's open. I don't know what's going on, but I keep hearing a lot of wind. And something keeps banging. I don't know if it's a cabinet. Something keeps banging.
Maybe something broke off and hit something and it put a gash in the side of the helicopter. It's something.
I don't want to say this, but I almost want to say they were shot down.
I was just thinking that before you said. I'm thinking, I wonder if they weren't shot at.
And I don't think the pilot knew what to do, and that's why whoever that male was, I don't know if it was Kobe, it might have been Kobe, but kept yelling, what are you doing? What are you doing?
It depends on where they shot and what it did to the helicopter. He was probably trying to take control of it.
I'm also getting that they got it on the wrong day. I'm getting that they thought he was going to be alone and he wasn't. But the fact that they were children on board made it even better for them because of the dopamine levels. How many children were on board? Was there 2?
I think just 2, possibly.
2?
Yeah.
I keep getting the number 2. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm trying not
think
to
it was
read
her and a-
anything about it, so
If I'm not mistaken, it was her and a friend. The rest were adults.
all I know is I keep getting that they got hit by something. And then I keep hearing a lot of air flow, like blowing wind.
It put a hole in the helicopter.
And then I hear banging.
So whatever they shot at, and whatever they shot at, it came loose or something, and then put a hole in the side of it or something. They might have hit a rudder, and the rudder flew off and did damage, like the
Yeah.
thing.
I keep asking him if he wants to say anything. Okay, his words are, please wake up. If they can take us out one by one, imagine what they can do with you. Oh my God. Michael Jackson just walked up right beside him, right to the right of, like, he's standing here, and Michael came up to the right of him, and he shook his head. Because I already know that they took out Michael. They fucked with him so badly for years. And when he says that just imagine what they can do to you, I keep getting, like, things coming into the air and just taking down masses of people. Like, they're putting something in the air to take them all out.
Gases.
He's talking about his wife. They told him that she'll be alright. Does he have other kids?
Uh-huh.
Is there 2 more
3 girls. Or
all together? Or because I keep getting 2.
I thought there was 3 altogether.
3 all together, but I keep getting, when he shows me her, I keep getting 2.
Okay.
So is there...
I thought there was 3, because they just had a baby. It's just 7, 8 months old. Then they had a little girl before that, and then this one here.
Okay.
I'm like you, I don't follow them that much.
I know nothing about him. I feel bad, but I don't.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, because if they're talking to me, I need to know
Yeah.
fresh stuff. I can't know stuff. Yeah, or K, that's what I got from him. Oh, Desi said his daughter's jersey number was 2.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there are 4 total, because he keeps showing me 2. 2, 2, 2.
That was his daughter's jersey number.
All right. Daughter's jersey number.
His is 20.
Don't tell me stuff, woman.
I didn't tell you. I know you didn't hear it.
Yeah, he said, they showed me on the screen. She'd be all right. Dear God. I go, did you perceive that you were watching a TV? And he just said yes. He goes, I know the truth now. And he just started laughing at himself. That's hysterical. I said, hey, whatever makes you feel comfortable. That's how they want you to feel there, is very comfortable. So if you want to see everything on a TV screen, you're going to see it on a TV screen. He seems very charming and jokey,
Bubbly.
but also like he's like one of us, like a light worker. Like he's very wise and knowledgeable. Like he kind of a little bit, tiny bit reminds me of Jay Shetty with the way he talks. Like, be kind to others. Like, he keeps repeating like phrases that he might have used back here. Like, be kind to others. And I think it keeps going back to what he did, that he knows it was wrong, and he almost used his entire life to kind of
Wake up.
be better than what he was that night. And it almost was like a driving force for him to be a better person. He says, I know people still hate me for it, but I hope one day they'll forgive me when they cross and they see that I truly did change, or I truly am different, or in that aspect of wording. It's gone now. They will try. I don't know if you guys... I don't know if you guys watched my prediction video. I talked about Trump and a possible assassination against him, but he will not be taken out now. He's anointed, guys. I've been telling you guys that for the last 5 years.
He does see armor on him.
That he is anointed, and God will always protect the anointed. And that's why I said on the shopping spree, which was, how long ago was that? The shopping spree?
About 3 weeks ago. 2-3 weeks ago.
Not this recent one.
Oh, that's been a while.
Yeah, that was one maybe about a month, maybe
Yeah.
2 months. Oh, the Super Bowl was 2-2. But I had told you guys that he would, everybody was asking about the what's it called again? Impeachment. I said he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. They're not going to pass it. I said that because God is always going to protect his anointed. No, I'm not afraid, Dawn. Takes a lot to scare me. They're not going to take out Trump. You guys have nothing to worry about. He is severely protected. I mean, God forbid they tried to take him out with an impeachment and he came fighting back because God's not going to let it happen. You also said about 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago, that there would be another president after Trump. Won't be another president after Trump. Yeah, and now I wasn't aware that I kept hearing the last president. Anytime they would show me Trump, I kept hearing the last president. So I just assumed he would be the last president. He really kind of should be because he has our best interests, and look at all the stuff he's been doing for us. I mean, huge changes. No other president has ever done what he's done. I don't even follow half the crap. I'm just going by what Maria shows me. But, hi, Corinne. They just announced the pilot deliberately broke flight rules. That might be why he kept yelling. What are you doing? What are you doing? So, sorry guys, you guys have like a lot of comments coming through. But I wasn't aware that there was a book that was written in 1854 called The Last President, and it has everything verbatim to do about Trump, his kid, his grandfather, Nikola Tesla, like, and I kept thinking, okay, well that must be what they'd be showing me, the book. So it's either the book or he's going to be the last president. Which I thought that was kind of funny that there was a book called The Last President. It has to do everything with Trump. There's even pictures that look identical to him. it's a book about him being this time traveler. It's about this guy that's a time traveler and he ends up being president. It's Trump. I mean, his name is in the book called Trump. So it's freaking weird. So anyway, if he's meant to be in office, then good for him, because he's doing what God needs him to do. And I think somebody did ask me if he knew that he was anointed, and I think he is catching on that he is. Like, he's very slowly catching on.
He's invincible.
Yeah. Do you guys want to ask Kobe anything for right now? Yeah, his son Baron's name is in the book too. That's weird too.
It is. Remember you telling me that.
Oh, we're good. There's no snow. Oh, it's kind of snow, but it's not lightning, so we're good. He has said it. Okay, then Sharon, and yeah, then he knows. He's not a stupid man. He obviously has to know that God is, like, right there. There's no way he could get through an impeachment like that, through all this crap with people rioting and hating him and not taking him out by now. Like, all these people hated him in the beginning, if you guys remember. And he got away with nobody taking him out. He's anointed. Yeah, Shanna, we just went over that he was with his daughter. The book's name is called The Last President. It has to do all about him. Yes, it is the Illuminati sign, or K. Jill, inbox me. I mean, I'm free next week if you want to pick a day. Yes, Nicole, but here's where he has a message, and I totally forgot to bring this up. He understands the impact he made on society and everything, and here he is trying to be selfless again. Remember when you were talking to me about those two people that died? Tell me that story again. The two military people. Because he was standing there listening, and then he didn't start talking to me until I went home that night about it.
About the
two kids that died, military.
The two servicemen was a day or two afterwards. Their helicopter crashed, and they were killed. One was on his first deployment, was only 22, and I don't know anything about the other one. And I just saw on Facebook last night, 11 Marines were killed in a helicopter crash. I'm not sure where they were serving at. 11 more Marines just went down in a helicopter crash. They were all killed, all 11 of them.
And what he's trying to get at with all this is, he was famous and he's getting all this coverage, but then there's all these military people that are protecting us that are getting no media coverage. None of you guys know that any of this stuff is going on. All these people are dying, and they're not getting any. I mean, one of them had just gotten a baby.
Yeah, well, Brandon's best friends, they were over in Kuwait, and they were in Apache or Blackhawk, and he heard a commotion, and here it went down, and they died. And the one just got engaged, and when he came back was going to get married, and the other one had just a newborn baby, and they both were killed, and they were from this area.
It's sad. Like, he's basically being selfless and saying, listen to all these other people that aren't getting any compassion, and they're doing all this stuff for us here over in the United States.
But he can help in another way.
Sorry, guys. I feel like you guys are having your own conversation. I don't know what's for me and what's for everybody else. No, Jessica, that's anointing is of God. God anoints only. He wasn't of Illuminati. He was being manipulated by Illuminati. No, I can't, Nev. Deborah, yes, anytime I see Nancy Pelosi, I'm trying to see on the screen when I see her. Wait, I have to flip my screen. He's here. He's on her left side at all times. And he was actually the one that told her to rip the papers up, and she just did them without even a thought. Just did them. Because as soon as I saw him, see, this is how it works. He bent down, and just how spirit works is they'll lean in. Their energy leans in and communicates to you through energy. And then they don't really talk, but it looks like they're talking in your ear, but that's not really what's happening. And he said something to her, and all of a sudden I saw the pages rip, and I'm like, wow, she actually, without a thought, just did it. Like, that's how controlled she is by this thing.
Yeah, I was surprised by that.
I was like, wow. Like, she needs to step down. She needs to step down. And she's not going to, but they are. From what I was shown by Maria, they're going to make her leave. Guys, I don't watch TV to know any of this stuff. Like, Shayna, you're asking me about Oprah Winfrey and her friend. I didn't see any of that stuff. I don't know any of that stuff. Nancy Pelosi, if you watch the video of her ripping up Trump's speech, I wouldn't be surprised about that, Megan. Her pre-ripping them and getting them ready, because he basically told her to do it. A dark one, Linda, a dark one. Lisa, you're already seeing the signs going on. Another thing I wanted to talk about is me and Yvonne were talking in the car, and did you ask me why I move stuff around? I can't remember how that conversation happened.
Because you want to move your furniture around.
Okay.
And we were talking about, being sick and sage in and all the energy that's going on. And I said, well, we just moved your furniture. It hasn't even been that long since we put it where it's at. And I said, you wanted to move it again. And I said, well, why are we moving it again? And then and we said about sage in and being sick. And you said, well, I need to move the furniture.
Okay, so this is what I explained to Yvonne. And I have to remember how that conversation went. But the best way I can describe it is, and I don't know if a lot of you do this where you're rearranging your furniture, or you're moving your stuff around a lot. It's because you're moving the energy around. Because what happens is energy gets into, let's say energy finds a way in, okay? And it stays there and it stays there. And eventually you start getting grumpy and you start getting tired and you're starting to get depressed and you're starting to overeat. And all of a sudden you start getting sick. You're getting nauseated. Blah, blah, blah. What happens is you can't just sage and just wipe stuff down because they're still there. They're in like these pocket of energies. It's like an energy pocket. They hide in these areas. So by moving the furniture around, it's moving the energy and wiping it out of its alignment. And then, no, it's not feng shui. So you're popping these Maria, that's what it was. Maria described it as popping a zit. To be gross about it, she said it's like popping a zit. Do you remember me saying that?
Yes, I do.
She just reminded me. It's like popping a zit. You pop it and all this black stuff comes out and then it dissipates and goes away. And when you pop a zit, you wipe it away. She said it's like that. It has to find a new way in now because all the energy's wiped and removed and moved around and dissipates. That's why you always sage when you move your furniture around. So it pushes it out faster. So the best way I described it to her was just, we have to rearrange the furniture because then it'll take months for it to try to find another way in again. But then 3 months later or 4 months later, you got to do it again. So yeah, Kathy Kizik, that's why. Because deep down, there's something going on that doesn't belong there and it's in its little pocket and it's got to go. So, it's like popping a zit. It's popping a spiritual zit.
Yeah, it is.
You can meme that, by the way. It's a new meme for the divine medium. Oh. Corinne, that's my guide. Maria's my guide. Yeah, another thing Sharon's bringing up, because Sharon's in the class, the Soul Goddess class, they saw me saging, and what happens when there's dark in a room, the sage will go straight black, like very dark black, and you'll even see these kind of floaters. Let me see if I can show you. It kind of has a hook. And it looks like this. You'll see these teeny little floaters and they have little hooks. That's what they'll look like, and they'll be very tiny, but you'll see them. And you'll think it's part of the sage, but it isn't. Because they all look the same. They have a little teeny hook and a almost like a wing to it. Yes, I did, Tammy, in the beginning of the video. So when you see that, it's a residue that's lifting off the environment when you see that little teeny hook and then off. Divine medium, dark spirit pimple popper. Oh my God, Pam, please meme that. Please meme it and send it to me. You just say to spirit, pop off. That's hysterical. That almost made me pee. That was that was good. But basically, when you see those little teeny hook, it's basically just that there's leftover residue that doesn't belong there, and it's breaking up, and it makes these little teeny hook pieces. Salt lamps are very important, Krista. We have a huge one right next to me. Jean, if you go to crystalcovespa.com, there's an actual video blog on how to sage properly. You can watch that whole video. Actually, there's 2 of them, I think. April, that just means you're breaking up the dark energy that doesn't belong there. So it's a good thing that you're seeing them, that you're breaking it up. What do you want to know about the royal family? The spray is even better, Sherry, because when I actually have it right here, we have a new face to it though. But it's the smudging spray. It is on the website, crystalcovespa.com, and we use it all over the shop. Michelle, I can't tell you that. I guess it's just basically from the area it comes from. Some stay lit, some don't. It just depends on the area. Oh, what about, I think that was a good decision. I really do. Good for them. How much is the spray? Is it $24.95? I think it might be $24.95. I'm not sure. You just go on the website. Thank you, Sharon.
It's on the website. I think
Sharon
you-
just put the website, so that's just go to that link. And go to Divine Blends. That's where it's going to be. Yeah, the spray is awesome. I use it as perfume, guys. Like, it smells really good. It's very earthy. And honestly, I put it in my hair. And I spray my chair.
It does smell good.
And I spray my workplace. And when I go home, I spray my linens right before I go to bed. Oh my god, it smells so good. I can't take it. Spray, spray, spray. No, Jamie, I don't think so. I think I think he wants to protect her. I think had she not been in his life, he'd still be dealing with all that crap, but he loves her and that's why he's doing it. Yeah, Corinne, the live feed will always be up on the it will be up on the Divine Medium page, up on Divine Discussions. You could find it on Divine Medium fan page. You can find it on my wall. And then eventually it'll go up on YouTube. Oh, that's really cool, Sherry. Thank you, Sharon, for posting that. Sharon just posted the link to the smudging spray. So if you just click that, it'll take you right. And I think you can still watch the live feed when you click it. It'll just put you into a new page if you're on your laptop. Okay, Corinne, just stay in the house. Don't do anything. Stay down on the ground. Remember, I have police background. Do not go outside and stay away from the walls and stay low to the ground. I would even say as low as the basement. Jody, because they want to control people. They want to vaccines for kids is like giving them poison. And like I said, this particular race that is controlling parts of Earth, they thrive on dopamine levels of fear of kids. Kids that are in great fear or in distress or have a high anxiety is a dopamine level that they feed off of, like I explained before. Okay, Corinne, then if you're high up enough, I would just stay low to the ground. Nothing's going to get you that high up. That's pretty high. Don't go towards the windows, because you got something like that going on. They see you. You don't want them coming up to that apartment, so... Emily, if you scroll up, Sharon leaves you a link to go to get the smudging spray off the website. It's just smudging spray. Yeah, exactly, Sharon. School shootings is the same thing. You're welcome, Sherilyn. I hope I'm saying your name right. Okay, guys. If you guys are seeking answers for your life, again, call the shop and get put on the waiting list. Yeah, they also teach Lee. Yeah, they teach fear. Churches are the worst in that organization of teaching fear. Tara, meditation, herbs, calming music. Play them the Jupiter thing I just played. They'll zone right out. So, number sequences is a message from your guides. So, look that. I would use sun signs. That's the website I use for it. I don't really use it. I use it to show my clients because I can't answer every single number that people send me. Sheena, the winter weather is mild because of global warming right now. The earth is warming up. And if people do not start going green, we are going to be in some serious trouble. Also, these people that are digging into the tectonic plates, like I said on the prediction show, I keep seeing these holes opening underwater and lands collapsing in. So, not a good thing. It's okay, Shaylena, you're fine, honey. Tara, if you go onto YouTube and play Jupiter Sounds, play that. You can play singing bowls on YouTube. Anything relaxing and calming will bring their energy down and not feel so fearful. You can also do a goldstone. This is a big one. You can do a small one. We have it on the website, crystalcoastspa.com. This is a blue one. And I keep it on me at all times because I get anxiety. Because when your loved ones come around, they throw my equilibrium off and it makes me kind of cray-cray. It's melting, Beverly. It's just breaking apart and melting. Global warming. Lots of purging with earthquakes, tornadoes, tsunamis. Earth has had it. She's purging. She's had enough. She wants to be renewed. I have, Michelle. I know almost every race because well, that's me right there. And I want to give a shout out to Nicole who made this for me. Very, very neat. Thank you. That's me as Mary Magdalene and me as Queen Anne Boleyn and my race, me coming here. Megan, they can communicate at any time. I talk to ICU patients, and they're not dead. So, I can talk to them at any time. I know, Nicole did a great job, didn't she, guys? Amazing. Shaylin, I didn't even see your question. I'm just saying, in general, anybody that has personal questions can get in with me by calling the shop. Lay, I can't tell you anything about the coronavirus. All I know is that it's going to quickly spread. It's only going to take the specific ones that asked to be, I want to put this gently. The ones that wanted to be affected by it, the ones that don't want to be here for what's coming. So the coronavirus, in a way, is supposed to take the ones that do not want to be left here when things start taking place and getting worse. So, I know. She did a good job, huh, Rini? Gina, you can get a goldstone or a blue goldstone. It doesn't matter. You can even get the green ones, but we don't have the green ones in. Our shopping spree live is going to be coming up soon. Wait till you guys see what we got. Very cute stuff. We got blue goldstone stars, and we got opal half moons. Just really different stuff that we've never had. So, if you guys have any questions, just keep posting the questions. And we will look over them over the weekend. I'll look over them. I usually do what's called a Sunday question and answer. I don't know if I'm going to do it tomorrow, but because I have a lot of stuff I have to do around my house. But I do mail to Canada. Yes, we do international. Connie, thanks. I was trying to lighten it up a little. Thank you, Sharon. Oh, that's awesome, Stacy. Thank you, Caroline. Absolutely, Karen. That's where free will comes in. You always, always, always have a chance to change those paths. What did Jesus really look like? I don't have my computer out, but I've shown him a lot of. It's the girl from, I think, Czechoslovakia. The little girl that paints what heaven tells her, or what God tells her. She's the only one that has come slightly close to him. Okay, guys, I know you guys have tons of questions, but I cannot answer all of them tonight. So we are going to head out and go home. Thank you guys for listening to Kobe. I'm sure this isn't the first time or the last time he's going to come here, because I get the feeling he's going to be popping in a couple times. And he when they do this, they don't tell us everything right from the go. And I don't think that's their point. I think their point is to just show that they're okay. And they give a little message. And maybe next time he comes again, he'll tell me something different. Or he'll tell me something new. But, yeah. You guys are very welcome. And thank you for joining. You guys have been great. And I will see you guys on the Valentine's live feed we're going to do. Because on Friday, Valentine's Day, we're going to be in Central Park giving out free flowers. Just to let the people know of Johnstown that they are loved. That was the whole point. I'm spending my own money to get the flowers. And we're just going to hand out free flowers to anybody down in Central Park, downtown here in Johnstown. Our town's been going through some rough patches, and we just want to show a little love on Friday. So hopefully we are allowed to do that. I've had to call the city and make sure we didn't have to have a permit or anything. So, so anybody in the Johnstown area that is going to be out on Valentine's Day, stop down and grab a flower from us. We'll be in Central Park. Justin's even coming and helping. He was so excited. He goes, "Can I come?" He goes, "That sounds like fun." Oh my God. So, okay. Dean, I love you, Bacon Man. But he said, "I know Jim Page owned Aleister Crowley's and sold it because it was haunted and the house was built on a burnt down church." Yeah, see, I knew that was eventually going to happen. There was something going on there. Yeah, you don't want that house. Thank you, Dean, for letting me know. Okay, guys. But the team has posted about the Valentine's live feed. And what we're going to do is, I don't know if you guys remember, I did all the piles, the 7 piles. I think I might just do 4 this time. But remember all the piles I did, and I did all the charmed readings and everything? That'll be the Valentine's thing. We're just going to do giveaways. I got like really cool little box hearts, and there's going to be gifts, and it's just going to be all around fun. So join in. You might win something. So and I think we have it set at 7. I'm not sure yet, though. Okay, guys, we will see you then. We will see you Thursday. And my students, I believe we will see you Tuesday. So, all right, guys, thank you. Have a good night. Love ya.